Ladies and gentlemen, I've found myself in some really strange positions in life. And never in a million years did I think I'd find myself sitting in front of a camera saying, "Welcome to story time." Here we fucking go. Was talking about Jackass with some people, and which most of you are not privy to the behind the scenes action that was going on with it, and it's pretty like out there. It's stunts, they would come up with ideas and concepts for like Jackass, and then stunts would be up for grabs, you know, and if you wanted to do this, or if you were delegated to do that because they thought that like your personality would fit this stunt the best, is kind of how that was laid out. But then there were some that were laid out that nobody wanted to touch, right? And I was the guy for those stunts. So not only like I was willing to do those stunts that nobody wanted to do, I was actually pretty excited about doing them because I figured that I'd probably get hurt, which would then allow me to be rushed to the hospital, scripts being written, I'm allowed to get high how I really want, and they couldn't tell me no, you know? So it was a win-win for me. And then I end up, you know, in the movies with paychecks, and I don't want to say enable my behaviors, but it can help me continue to live the lifestyle that I wanted to live. So this particular day, Doo-Doo Falls is presented. I accept it. I do it. And I wasn't going to wear a helmet doing that because I was like, dude, helmets, we don't do that. And right before I did it, Knoxville was like, you should like really wear a helmet. This is like really dangerous. And like I wouldn't have done it unless he suggested it. And at the last second, I put that helmet on. And I go up there, and it was terrifying. I'm actually like getting butterflies in my stomach now thinking about it. It was terrifying, and it was skinny too. I'm Brandon Novak, and this is Doo-Doo Falls. And I get up there, and as usual in my life, I was the guy that was known to let my mouth write checks that my ass literally couldn't cash or didn't want to. You know what I mean? So again, I write this check, I'm up here, I'm like, I gotta follow through. It's a major production. It's serious. I drop in. When I drop in, bam, I fall pretty much 12, 13 feet up directly to the flat bottom. That helmet literally splits open. If I did not have that helmet on, there's not a question in my mind that my skull would have been cracked wide open.
Thank God for that fucking helmet.
But in falling, I then proceed to get a concussion and break every one of my ribs except for one. And I remember the medic comes out, and he's like, "Oh shit, Novak, here, take some aspirin." And I laugh at him, and I'm like, I'm not wasting my saliva for fucking aspirin. Are you crazy? Knowing that I'm about to be carted off to the hospital and get like serious pain pills, I'm like excited about this now. So they cart me up into the hospital. They're taking me to the hospital. With that, there's a state trooper following behind, and they say, "Novak, there's a state trooper following us." And I said, "Oh, it's cool. It's probably just an escort. You know, they get me to the hospital quick." And we get to the hospital, and I'm in there, and with that, the state trooper comes walking in. He said, "Mr. Novak," and I said, "Yes." And he said, we have several warrants for your arrest, and we've been looking for you for about 2 years now." With that, the handcuffs come on, and they lock me to the bed, and I'm, what? And I couldn't believe what was going on, and come to find out, some years prior, one day I wake up and I don't have any pills on me, and I had like this leather jacket, and I reach into one of my zippers of the jacket, and I find a script that a friend of mine from Baltimore had written me, and it was like a dentist script, and it was like for 15 oxycodone, 15 milligrams. And I take it, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll try to get this filled, and I take it to the pharmacy, and I go into the pharmacy, and I hand it to the lady, and she takes it in the back, and I believe that she's filling them. And she comes out on the phone, and she says, he's got a black leather jacket on, he's wearing a black fedora, and he's driving a black Mercedes. And with that, I realize she knows it's fake. She's called the police. I run out. I get in my car. I never think about it again. Fast forward, so from the hospital, they then take me to jail So I'm detoxing from the abundance of pills and heroin that I'm on, adding to it the broken ribs, the concussion, and like in a wheelchair or something. But while I'm in there, the production team from Jackass had came out and they were filming the whole week. So now I'm missing out on opportunities to do other stunts that could have potentially got me more airtime. Like the Lamborghini tooth pull that Don Vito did, that was supposed to be my stunt that I volunteered for. But because I was locked up for this stupid warrant for doing a retarded thing years ago that finally caught up to me, I missed that opportunity.